Good day, everyone. Okay, today we are in our second session of Primavera training. Okay, uh, in our first training session, I mentioned about enterprise. In enterprise, we can have a structure of our organization. As you can see, I use the example Fluor Company is our organization, and we have two divisions, call it oil and gas and utilities. And in oil and gas, we have a civil and structural department, mechanical department, piping department, civil and structural department for utilities, mechanical and piping for utilities. I built this structure in our enterprise portion of our P6 software. Then we discussed about this part of our training. Now I'm going to create a project in P6. Okay, what is the meaning of the project? Project means if I want to tell you in summary, something that has a specific start date and finish dates. This is a project. Okay, for example, our project is building house. Building house is the name of our project. Building house is actually we have a start date and finish date. We know exactly when we're gonna start, we know when we're gonna finish it, and also we have a lot of activities to complete our project. Okay, then we call it project. Now you can see Fluor structure built in P6. Just I want to use an example. In civil and structural, we have maybe 10 to 15, 1,000 projects. You know, they're gonna build different apartments in their organization, or maybe in mechanical, they're gonna replace some tanks in oil and gas projects, or they're gonna erect pipes. Maybe they have 10 projects, 12 projects, 15 projects, doesn't matter. Now I want to show you how we can build one project in each enterprise. Okay. First of all, we need to go here, and here we have a lot of ways to create a project in P6. One of them is you can click right here and add a project. Okay. Then after that you've done it, it will bring you to this view. Okay, this project gonna be part of civil and structure. I will tell yes, we want. Or we can choose here and say no. Add it, for example, in mechanical. Okay, then project will go to mechanical. Or no, do it in civil, or do it in piping. Okay, then you need to select where you're gonna build. After that, we can push a next. you can have a specific ID for your projects. Whatever you like, you can choose it. Depends your organization. Some organization has a project ID. They use the summary name of the company. For example, if it's Fluor, FL-7, or is it their first project, -1, doesn't matter. If you don't have any specific project ID, then P6 will use the project ID default. Project name. As I said to you, building house can be the name of the project, or block 1, block 2, tank replacement, or R tank, or renewable projects. Okay, now I want to put a name for this project and say next. Okay, when gonna start, when gonna finish, then you put the start date of your projects. Whatever you want, you can add it here. For example, your project gonna start 22nd January. I'm recording this movie on 22nd January 2024. That's why it puts a start date here, but you can choose whatever date you want. Then first activity of your schedule and data date for your schedule will be 22nd January. Enterprise manager, you know, these are all the defaults that you can see as a responsible manager here for your projects. For example, you can see here LOB1, energy, manufacturing. These are responsible people that already created in P6 as a responsible manager. But I'm not talking about this portion now. Just here is showing an option that you can use your responsible manager. For example, Donald Trump is responsible manager for this project, or anybody else. These are another items that you can see about the rates that you're going to use it for your project. Normally we will use a standard rate. It is default for everything. A standard rate means for example, you're going to choose your currency here, then you use dollar, for example. When you choose a standard rate here, you have another option in P6 that I will show you later, that you can use your currency yourself, and it will be part of the standard rate. Okay, at the end you can finish it. Okay, then you can see this new project created under mechanical with a start date of 22nd January. Now I want to go there and wants to introduce you these options at the bottom of this view to explain you what are these items are. Okay, now in our enterprise menu, let me close all of them. It's a lot. Now our enterprise menu, we have this project created. This is our project, tank replacement. In general view, we have a project ID. You can change your project ID here. Also, you can change it here, whatever you want. For example, I want to say Fluor project 1. Oh, sorry, what did I write? Fluor project 1. Then you can see automatic. This project is active or not. It means that it started, not started. If it's started and people are working there, it's active. If it started but now they're not working, then it means inactive. Planned, that means we planned to start later. Okay, then you can choose whatever you want here, but normally active and inactive are two major items that people are using. But you can use it as active, for example, now. Okay, check out status. It checked in means that we are in project now and we didn't go out. We didn't exist from projects. Still we are in. Calendar. Each project has a specific calendar. For example, we are working 5 working days during a week and we have a specific calendar for this project. Some projects people are working 6 working days. Then you need to create a calendar, 6 working days calendar, and assign it here. But we have a lot of defaults here that you can use it as a calendar. But this is a default that we have here. But in future, I will teach you exactly how you can create a different type of calendar, and I will show you which one you can choose it and how you can choose it and how you can create a calendar. Okay, project name is a tank replacement. Responsible manager is enterprise. Don't worry about this. Here I mentioned dates, the start date. Data date means date that you are making this schedule. Date that you are updating your schedule. Doesn't matter which date you are. For example, now you are here, but you want to make a schedule for beginning of January. Then you need to change your data date beginning of January and make your start date beginning of the January. Maybe you are now in 22nd January 2024, but the schedule that you want to make gonna be for May 2024. Then you need to change your data date to May 2024, and also project start date will be on that time. That's here. Notebooks. You're gonna note something here at the bottom. You're gonna add something, and you're gonna mention a little bit about these projects. You wanna explain whatever you want. You can add it here, and you can modify here, and you can note whatever you want here. Just I want to say, for example, oil and gas project. Okay, now you can see here. But when someone comes to the project and have this view, you can see the notes. Budget log, that's talking about the budget of the project. You know, if you want to build each project, that you have a different budget for your projects. Each project needs a budget. Each project has a cost. Variable cost, fixed cost, to resources cost. You know, a lot of things require as a cost to build each project. Here you can say amount of money that you require to build this project, for example. Don't worry about that one. I will explain to you later when we go to budget portion. Budget summary, it's the same things. You don't need to worry about it at the moment. Funding, also same things about the cost, about the value. That's a different codes that we have. I will mention about the codes when we go to the codes. Default, this is a default that we have for each project in the P6 model. You know, here is showing the calendar. Here is the regards to the cost. Then when we go to the cost, I will mention exactly here. For example, they have some codes for cost. When we go to the cost portion, I will explain to you there. And this is an activity ID. Start with the A, B, C, whatever you want. For example, if it's an oil and gas project, say OG or whatever here. Okay. Person type, duration, physical unit. When we go to the how do we want to measure progress of each activity, I will explain to you there. And also task dependent, milestone, start milestone, finish milestone, level of effort, and resource dependent. I will explain to you later when we go to the project, when we go to activity level. Resources, standard array that I mentioned you earlier. Settings, that we have some settings. These are defaults of the settings that we have here. When we go to the projects, when I create a project for you, I will go back and explain to you these items now, because at the moment, if I explain about the total float, then I need to explain what meaning of the total float, and then also longest path related to the critical path, then I need to explain you here. But if you don't know about the projects, and if you are new scheduler and planner, definitely you don't understand it now. I will explain to you later. Calculations is some calculation for M value for measuring the project progress. I will explain to you later when we go there. Okay. Yeah, these are more or less about the projects. After that, you've done your project name, everything, then you can click right and open it. Click right and open it. But another way to create a project is, I explained to you that you can click right here and add it. Also, you can add it here. You can add it here and you can create a project here. But if you want to delete it, you can delete it. If you want to drag it to another EPS, you can drag it. Drag it down, or you can pull it back to somewhere else. You can see you can copy and paste to somewhere else. Copy and paste here, for example. Then you don't need to add it again and duplicate again. Then just you copy and paste. Okay, if you want to delete, you can delete, cut, copy, paste, add, delete, columns that I will tell you later. Yeah, that's it here. About all of them, when I go to the activity level, I will explain to you later. Okay, this is more or less about the project level. Now I will go back to my Excel file. I can see you that I can highlight the project level, then I explain to you. Then you can see I explained enterprise. That's about the organization of and breakdown of the structure of our divisions. And after that, we went to the project level. For each division, we can have several projects. After projects, we will go for project 1, for example, we have a different WBS. For each WBS, we have a different activities. I will explain to you later in our third session. Have a good one.